BattlefieldV, bringing you a Battlefield 5 gameplay and review of the Panzer 38T. Here I'm going to be going over about it and talking about the brief history about it. So here we go, guys. So let me introduce you to the LT-38 medium tank. The LT-38 medium tank was built in Czechoslovakia and was designed back in 1937. In response of an urgent response by the Czech military to have a new light tank or medium tank rapidly to be easily put together on the assembly line and easily manufactured and mass produced just for their country at that point. The reason why they did that is because they were scared and afraid of Germany doing their rearmament plans too. And that's why that was the urgent response that the Czechoslovakian people wanted, especially the military, because they were afraid of Germany. By the time that, and the other thing I want to mention is that the LT-38 was a very well medium tank that sold commercially quite well. A few of them were sold to Iran, a few of them were sold to Switzerland, and a few of them were sold to Peru. So yeah, pretty interesting facts like there. So, you know, the Czechoslovakians made a lot of money selling these tanks on the market. Though by the time it went to go try and get into their own hands, it was too late. Germany invaded Czechoslovakia, occupied it, and then took the Skoda factories, that would be their armament plants, and repurposed the workers there to manufacture their same tanks for German military and her allies. So anyway, you know, when the Germans occupied Czechoslovakia, they renamed the LT-38 medium to the Pzkpfw 38T. There, it was still dubbed as a medium throughout the early stages of the war, from 1940 to 1941. Later in 1941, though, it wasn't dubbed as a medium anymore. It was dubbed by the German military as a light tank at that point. So, at that point, being a light tank, just like in Battlefield 5, it's pretty good as used as a reconnaissance vehicle. You go in, you go out, you capture objectives in Battlefield 5 really quickly, hopingly and praying that you're not getting outgunned nor outnumbered by tanks or infantry personnel, for the most part. And once you do that in Battlefield 5, you just skedaddle and get out of there and go for the next objective, for the most part, or cause chaos in the enemy ranks. That's what this was originally. In real life, that's what it was used for too. It was a reconnaissance vehicle, went behind enemy lines. It helped break through, you know, it would help push with the Panzers, you know. A lot of them were also used for, you know, same thing with the other German light tanks, were used for military generals, officers, and commanders in the field that needed their own tanks. They wouldn't really use the full head spear tanks like the Panzer IIIs or 4s. They would have used something light, something easy that would help them get in and out of combat and protect them, at least roughly protect them, if they would get into a sticky situation. So that's quite something interesting in. Also, it was also dubbed as the LTH, where it was produced not just by Germany, like I said, but also by her satellite states or allies that she controlled, and that would be Hungary, Slovakia, Romania, and Bulgaria. Both used this and still dubbed it not as a light tank, but as a medium tank. And the Skoda arm factory in Czechoslovakia still produced much of these vehicles come throughout the end of the war until the Soviets took the country over. Armament had one 1.46-inch or 37mm cannon for anti-tank use. In Battlefield 5, you can equip the 20mm flat gun to this in the turret for anti-infantry personnel. Though I decided not to go that route, and I went with binoculars, and I kept the 37mm cannon for lightly armor units, and also to help fight against tanks for the most part, though, to begin with. Or planes, because I'm a skilled player, I can shoot down planes. But anyway, it had a crew of 4, so just like in Battlefield 5, the Rule 1 had a crew of 4. That's pretty amazing and pretty accurate. That the devs did that. That's quite amazing, and I think that's pretty cool. But there is a bad side effect of playing with this tank in Battlefield 5. If all 4 of you guys are in this tank, and you all get killed, somebody's going to have an extra, like, cool YouTube clip of you guys getting killed. because of that awesome squad wipe. So never, I would advise not having everyone in that tank, though it would be pretty nice if everyone's in that tank. I mean, it's two, you know, I mean, you can't have one or the other. If you have all 4 members in your tank as a squad, you guys can cap an objective very fast and quicker, in my opinion. Though that somebody who is able to squad wipe you will get one hell of an awesome kill feed. You know, I've seen it myself. I've done it. But anyway, it featured a coaxial machine gun, and it also featured a Hall coaxial machine gun operated by the radio man, or co-driver.
Behind me.
Caliber for that was really
I just got shot
7.92 millimeter. Basically, by 7.92 millimeter, we would translate that to 8 millimeter German Mauser round, basically. You know, I will say that, you know, it was still a small tank at this time. You know, the armor of it was like 15 to 25 millimeters thick, and it was riveted. Early tanks during the time pre-World War II had riveted armor, so, you know, that's why you see all the nuts and bolts on it. And at that point, it wasn't, like, it was good against small arms fire until you saw, like, anti-tank rifles and bigger guns like Pak-40s. It wasn't really good for that towards the end of the war, nor in the beginning part of the war, though. But it still had a great service time. You know, and like, as you can see in Battlefield 5, I use it not just as a light tank, you know, screwing around. I literally use it as a reconnaissance vehicle and breach through to break through enemy ranks. As you can see, I'm a very aggressive player with this, and I really hope you guys like this video. I'm Artemis HD, and I'll see you all later on the battlefield. Bye, everyone. Bye.